The Sabres' quest for the cup ends tonight. And good evening, everyone. This team was just one overtime goal away from the second round on Easter Sunday.
But tonight, Buffalo's come-from-behind season ran out of steam and second chances. Our sports director, John Murphy, is here with more on this Game 7 meltdown, John.
Yeah, well, they just didn't have enough for 7 games. The Buffalo Sabres, 7th-place team in the East, lost to a better team in this playoff series, but they played the first 6 games like they belonged, and they had them on the run for a while. Game 7, Derek Roy back in the lineup for the first time in 4 months. But the Flyers dominated the first period. Final minute first period, Braden Coburn slaps one in from just inside the blue line, and it's 1-0. 16-2 edge in shots on goal for the Flyers in the first. Second period, Philadelphia power play. Richard's shot is tipped in by Danny Briere right in front. Briere's 6th goal of the series makes it a 2-0 game. Brief flurry for Buffalo a little bit later on in the second period. They had some chances. Jochen Hesch back in the lineup. A couple of whacks at it right in front, but nothing doing there. And then early in the third period, this was the capper. Flyers' Ville Lehner with a slap shot. He scores, makes it 4-0 Philadelphia. Ryan Miller was lifted. He gave up 4 goals on 28 shots, replaced by Jonas Enroth. Myers and Boy scored in the third period, but it was over. The most lopsided game of the series. The Sabres saved their worst for last. 5-2 the final from Philadelphia, and Buffalo's season is over. News 4's Paul Peck has been covering this series all along, and he joins us from Philadelphia, where he is just out of the Buffalo locker room. Paul?
Yeah, Murph, a locker room that certainly was very quiet, very solemn. The players obviously very down and very depressed. I don't think any of them saw this kind of a game coming based on the first 6 of this series. But the Sabres ran out of gas, ran out of energy, and now they've been run out of the playoffs.
I think early in the second we had a crack, a good power play. Couldn't close the gap. They capitalized on their power play opportunities and got a free goal lead.
Just a lot of disappointment right now. We didn't get off to the start we wanted to, and that's what happens when you don't step on a team's throat when you have the chance. We had our opportunity to end this series, and we didn't do it.
Well, and Ryan Miller alluding to Game 6, and he wasn't the only Sabres player, Murph, that alluded to the fact that they felt like they lost this series in Game 6 with the 2-goal lead at home and a chance to eliminate the Flyers, same as they had last year with a chance with the Bruins. So that memory fresh in the minds of the players in the locker room. You'll hear Lindy Ruff's comments on that very topic coming up in sports. Back to you.
Well, we talked about this, you and I, Sunday after that Game 6 loss. I wonder how much they lost by blowing the 2-goal leads on Sunday and how much that carried over into tonight.
I think it carried over a lot. I think it mentally it carried over for the guys. They knew they had a chance to end the series. 2-goal lead at home, chance to win the series. You can't let those slip away. I think Ryan Miller later in his interview said the very same thing. You got to put your foot on their throat, or some analogy like that is what he used. And he remembered it happened against Boston last year, too. So that's 2 years in a row where the Sabres were not able to put away an opponent, and now they're the ones that are going home.
All right, Paul, thanks very much. We'll see more highlights. We'll get more from the Sabres locker room and from Paul coming up in sports.
Didn't look like the team we've seen.
No, they were out of gas right from the start.
Yeah.
Thanks,
okay.
John.